I am at the Executive Inn Motel on Chapman Highway here, just outside of Fort Dickerson Park, um, just below Fort Dickerson Park. Um, and I am here tonight, courtesy of my family. It's the end of January, and they put a little extra in my bank account, and once again, mi familia. I really didn't think I'd use it because of the shelter downtown. So I really saw really no need to use it. But um, it is because of the shelter downtown that I'm using the some of the extra cash my family threw my way this month of January. Um, as I've gone around the country the past 7 years, and I've stayed at shelters, men's shelters, primarily. I can't sneak into the women's shelter, try as I must, try as I might. Um, One thing has occurred to me as I've gone back to some of these cities, New Haven, Nashville just now, Knoxville just now, is that I see the same guys that I saw like 2 years ago at the men's shelter. It's like, hey, it's like, what, you're gonna make a living here? What is your life? Your life is hanging around the men's shelter. Your life is taking up a bunk at the men's shelter every night. Hey, get a life. You Um, yeah, and it's and Knoxville is just the same. And after a week down there, seeing the same guys that I saw like in December, the beginning of December, still down there, and come on, it just all, it's all like it's all accumulating, like one big snot ball in the sewer of America for me. And it's just, I can't take it anymore. My tolerance is zero, you know? I have tried with these guys at the homeless shelter. First of all, to figure them out. Like, you have no life that you have to take up a bunk at a men's shelter on a freezing cold night. I know I've been blaming the neighborhood boys, and they're just as guilty. But we're talking about men that I know have an apartment of their own. You know, I know they have an apartment of their own or they are married. Okay, and they're living in a house, a home, an apartment somewhere. These men are not homeless. These men are not living with mommy and daddy. They're not Peter Pan. And for the most part, I don't think they're Bubba, you know? Um, and that's what irritates me more, is because they are about my age, And seeing them there, year after year, it's like, what's their motivation? I mean, like, why do they do it? And all I could think of is they have no life, or, yeah, they have no life. And the shelter, being among the homeless, being among the transients that are coming through the city, makes them feel good, makes them feel proud of the home they have, wherever it may be, you know? It gives them their cookies. It gives them their sense of pride as a man that I don't have to put up with this. I have a home of my own, you know. But somehow they get off like you know sliding around in the muck and the mire of the lowly people, transients going through the city. That's one. Two is that maybe there is a sense of salvation in them. Maybe there's a sense of salvation. Like, I will go down among the people and I will rescue one and save one and raise one. You know, and I will bring him home and together we will, find him a place, a home of his own, you know, on and on and on. Bring him home. Um, and that's not true either. I've tried that. I've gone up to guys. I mean, they're big. Knoxville just last week. There's a guy down there. I think he's gay, and I just kind of slithered in line next to him as we're lined up for bunks for the night, and I'm homeless, man. And I don't know his story, so you know, knowledge is power. So I say to him, "Hey, listen, I heard about this such and such apartment here in Knoxville. It's low income. It's federally subsidized. Have you heard of it? What do you think of it?" He didn't even acknowledge me. He didn't even give me the honor of a response. It's how much can I take of this? Seeing this clusterfuck around me with the men and the women. The women are just as bad, but nobody's going to follow some fat ass 75-year-old woman with a walker and 4 bags and 3 boys behind her home. I mean, it's just, I'm not interested, But yeah, it's just, it's humiliating. It's discouraging. Guys like that hurt, don't help. And the only ones they're helping is themselves, their own pride, their own sense of self, their own sense of ego, whatever that may be. It's just And I'm not talking about young boys. I'm not talking, that. I'm talking about men my age who I assume have a home, whatever form it may be in, they have a home. But still, they'll be there tonight, down at Knoxville. So it's going to be a cold night tonight. I don't know. Have a nice day, never.